And we continue now with our great American panel. All right, British Prime Minister Gordon Brown is coming to the U.S. Tomorrow, and he's pushing for a global grand bargain to save the world economy. And all this makes me think of, all right, we're going to have, Coach, another UN where the U.S. pays the bill. Taxpayers are on the hook now for nationalized health care for every world citizen. Is that where we're headed?
I hope not. The European Union refused to help out Hungary and the Eastern countries because they said that's not their obligation. You know, we have a country, we have philosophy, we have beliefs. It's different than the other countries. We believe in hard work, we believe in accountability, we believe in...
Not anymore.
Well, I mean, those are the things we believe in. Now, emulate us, study us, learn from us, everything. You want to be like us, learn from us, but don't hold us accountable for the entire country. Let's take care of our people.
Well, that's just it. Their whole ethic there is cradle to grave, government, nanny state. And unfortunately, I would say we're kind of taken some big steps in that direction recently. And so maybe it'll be more of a love fest than it should normally be. But they were emulating the European countries. It's the Europeanization of this economy. And what do you get with that? You get a third lower quality of life, higher unemployment rates, lower economic growth, and certainly less individual responsibility.
That's why. What Gordon Brown was talking about was protectionism, and he was saying we got to do away with that. And that's really important. That was at the core of it. We're free traders. We've got to be committed.
Obama's not.
He should be, and we can't turn inward.
But Germany is moving towards that way, and the European Union is talking more about protectionism as well.
That's wrong.
I agree with
Gordon Brown said.
Let me stay on this question of the economy, because it really is on the minds of every American. I'm worried because every person I run into, every person that I talk to on the weekend, you know, they've seen half their retirement go away. You know what? People that were about to retire, they can't retire. You know, they're literally witnessing a decline in jobs, 10% unemployment out on the West Coast.
Right.
And what I don't understand, why do you have faith where socialism and big governments never worked before, Doug? You want us to come together. Why do you have so much faith in the government? Because I don't. I think government screwed up just about everything they've tried.
Well, Wall Street hasn't done much better, Sean, and we have to use short-term stimulus to jumpstart the economy.
But this is all backloaded.
To create the jobs. We need to get the jobs going, and we're going to get them by the end of 2009, beginning of 2010. We need to do it as quickly as we can.
Let me ask you this.
We know what works. We know what works. This is very simple. It's worked in whatever country it's been tried in, at whatever time in its history. Lower taxes, less government spending, and free trade. I want to agree with Doug on the protectionism element.
No.
Certainly we've heard some pretty scary saber rattling coming out of the Obama administration, and none of that is helpful.
Even Brown said he's thinking about lowering taxes in England. I mean, just lower the taxes, give people more money.
It's not spending more, government spending more money.
Congressman Louis Gohmert said, why don't we give every dime to the American people? They won't have to pay for almost a year. All right, last question. So the environmental nutcases, first of all, they have a great idea. They don't like the idea of soft toilet tissue because it hurts the virgin forest. But that's number one. Number two, every time they have a global warming summit, or it snows.
No, right.
You like that, Coach?
It cracks me up. I'll tell you what. Hey, I'm just walking over here. I don't have a coat. I'm freezing. There's 8 inches of snow. Thank God, global warming. I'd have really been cold.
Now it's the new ice age. Yeah, exactly.
No, right.
Wow, my luck.
You know, it's hilarious because when you talk to the scientists, they said you could make the case just as much for global cooling, and then, you know, that this stuff is just run amok. But I'll tell you what, Carol Browner in that White House.
And Doug, by the way, Nancy Pelosi couldn't make it because of the snow.
I guess what I would say is I think there's global warming, but I worry about cap and trade as being a tax on carbon, which is going to retard our economy.
You know what? You're too reasonable, Democrat.
They're going to bail out the auto. They're going to bail out the auto industry and then hit them with
who
cap
wants
and
to
trade.
find common ground with you and Lou.
All right. Hey, guys, thanks for being with us. Good to see you. Thank you. Coming up next, ask anyone living in a border state if they believe violence in Mexico is spilling into the U.S. You'll hear a resounding yes. We'll give a report when we get back straight ahead.